I can feel the blood creeping up from the heathens. Got will, got fight, got pride, got reason. If they wanna go eat, then you know I'm gon' feed them. If you're coming for me, hope you're ready for a demon. I got eyes in the back of my head, I'm seeing. Take me for granted and you know I'm leaving. I'ma take what's mine with the webs I'm weaving. I could take this crowd from seeing to believing. Got a taste for blood and my tongue keeps bleeding. From the words I spit, so sharp, so freezing. So cold, behold, frostbite they feeling. I could tear you apart or I could go heal them. Don't believe in fate, don't believe in ceilings. I just need a taste and my mind starts feeling. I don't pace myself, I grind on kneeling. Got lust for change, I just love the feeling. I ain't gonna give up. Got too little time, I'ma live up. Head down,
What?
forward through the tough times. Cause anything worth
Okay,
doing
tell
is a
mommy.
tough climb. And I ain't gonna give up. Got too little time, I'ma live up. Head down, push forward through the tough times. Cause anything worth doing is a tough climb. Cause I'ma live life for the fight, yeah, I'm here to get it. I got drive, got sight, always have a vision. I go by at night, I be in my feelings. I'm a big
This video is brought to you by the 9% and is powered by Petty Vision Productions. Now sit back and enjoy the show.
I wake up every minute with the fever dreams. I push the mind to a limit where it needs to be. I work blind, got vision I don't need to see. I'm picking mind over matter, I believe in me. I need to find more hours in the day to breathe. Need to find more power in the way I be. And when my mind turns sour with the painful scenes, I need to scream out loud, I can't stop me. I wanna be the greatest like Rocky. You know I leave them all hating like a hobby. I'm out here making moves like a lobby. And if you ain't with me, it's your loss. See, I got my mind on the facts, I'm a python, grab what I like real fast. So until I have everything I attack, everything that I lack, everything that I want, and I see matter of fact. Cause I'm my own worst enemy. Only if I let it be. I can control anything if I can just think carefully. I control my destiny. Deep up in my mind I manifest it. Every morning I wake up obsessed and everything I do the best. And deep within my mind you know I'll always manifest it.
What up, though? It's the word. You see the title. We gonna talk about it. But first, do me a favor. If you new, hit that subscribe button. Hit that like button. It's free to you, but it mean a lot to me, right? Hey, care about how you feel. Check this out. Anybody who been rocking with me, they always know I end the show with care about how you feel. That's one of my mantras. That's one of the most important things on this in this world and life that people try to redirect us from because I'm about to get into it. You know, it's gonna be a brief, quick pop up live, but you'll understand why I always say that now. This was on my heart, so I wanted to bring it to the people, right? Care about how you feel. The reason that's so important is because the way we feel dictates the way we think. The way we think dictates the actions and decisions and choices that we make. You know, and that's what affect our lives is the things we do, right? And a lot of times we do things unintentionally because we have false emotions, we have false thoughts, we don't understand, um, we're not quite clear, right? That's why we do idiotic things. People do dumb things because they don't know. Some people, you know, and why is that? It's because most people do things impulsively. They do things off emotions. Why? Because they can't control their emotions. I want you to think about something, right? You can think about all the occult sciences. You can think about all the philosophies. Think about all the religions. Everything focuses on how a person thinks. Why is that? You can look at science. Science tells you the way you think dictates the way you feel. Why are they telling you that? When it's obvious, when your actions, 9 times out of 10, you're not thinking of what you're doing. You're impulsively going off what you feel. That's everyone. You know, people get bamboozled and love relationships because of their emotions, not because they logically thinking. They do stupid stuff, give people money, give people their body, not because they thinking, it's because they feeling. A lot of the things we do is because of the way we feel. Lady Shay, what up though? Atmosphere, what up though? Appreciate you. A lot of our actions are predicated upon how we feel, but we're never taught about our emotions. We're never taught or explained what these things are, how to utilize them for us, how to make sure they're not working against us. We wasn't taught this. We was taught to suppress our emotions. Don't be a big baby. Don't cry. They want you to believe your emotions are insignificant. And I'm gonna break that down in a second. I'm gonna tell you why, right? But they want you to think your emotions are insignificant. They want you to think your mind controls your emotions. And it can. It can. Your mind can control your emotions. You can think about something for so long and so hard you'll begin to believe it. And if you believe it, that's more of a feeling than a thought. Belief has to come from within, right? When you believe something, it don't matter if it makes sense or not. If it's a belief, you go roll with it. You can believe in something that totally doesn't make sense, that totally doesn't have any concrete proof that it exists. You can believe in it and live your life through that. Now you telling me that's a thought or that's a feeling, but they can create beliefs for you. They can give you they beliefs by you being unaware of how to control your own emotions, from you not being aware of what your emotions are. Your emotions is the language between you and the soul. That's what emotions are. That's your soul communicating with your consciousness. Hey, this don't feel good, so we got to do something about it. That's like your internal GPS system. That's where righteousness comes from. They want to tell you righteousness is a thought, is a feeling. How can you know something, right? You have had people in history. You had Malcolm X, even if you want to equate Jesus Christ. Yeah, Martin. They knew something was gonna happen to them, but yet they still did. They still marched forward. Why? Because the way how strongly they felt about what they was doing. These are people who in tune with themselves. No matter what the physical world, the outside world will do or say, anything, they not go deter from the way they feel. They go do what they feel. These are people who master their own emotions. Fear was there, yeah, but they bodied it. They still did what they were supposed to do, knowing that they was going into their demise. They still walked forward. That's because of the way they felt. Because if they was thinking, they'd be like, "Hell no, I ain't about to do that." Like think about it. Hell no, I ain't about to go to my death. I'm gonna go do something else. I'm gonna be quiet. This is why it's important for them to evade the whole conversation about emotions. They have to allude to it, right? They got sciences about consciousness and thought. They got sciences about behavior, action. Where's the science on emotion? Oh, yeah, they got emotional intelligence. Look when that came out. I'm telling you, it's two reasons why they don't talk about emotions because they're ignorant and they don't know, and because they know and they want you to be ignorant. Anywhere it go is because of ignorance. Either they ignorant of it, the person who telling you about think and grow rich and all this, and don't equate the emotion. They tell you to think until you feel. It's the reason they telling you that. That's the concept. But who's in control? The outer or the inner? The whole purpose of manifestation is having the inner desire manifest into a physical world. And to do that, you have to feel. The better you feel, the clearer the thought. Now you're working backwards, right? You're trying to make the thought provoke the feeling. But if you go from feeling to thinking, the thought will be clearer. The path to be wider. It'll be easier to match the frequency of what you desire. It just becomes easier. Bronze, what up, brother? My bad. Bug files, what up? Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Master your emotions, because if you don't, someone else will, and that's the key, right? That's why. That's how you. That's the easiest way to control someone, right? Just control the way they feel. But how do you do that? So you have to control the way they think. Those thoughts will provoke. Listen to what I'm saying. They will provoke emotion, meaning they will stimulate different emotions, and that's where belief comes from. You will begin to believe what they want you to. If you think you black and you inferior to everyone because of all that, that's what all the shit in the book said. That's what these movies saying. That's what other people around you are showing. If you believe that because of the outside influence, they got you to think you are inferior, and now you feel that way. So guess what? As you as you manifest, what you're going to manifest is those feelings. That's what you manifest. That's what the manifestations are. That's the energy, right? You have energy, you have frequency. I told you, you are a satellite. Your physical body is a satellite, right? So you have energy and you have frequency. You could be dialed into the right frequency, but if you ain't got the proper energy to send a signal, then you just dialed in. That's it. You ain't getting nothing from it. But that energy is the emotion. That's what powers everything. What powers the thought, what gives the thought power is the emotion. It's how you feel about what you're thinking. If you got a thought of wealth and you feel good about that, you go have wealth. If you got a thought about wealth and you feel bad, you go be broke. If you constantly thinking like I ain't got enough money, I ain't got this, I ain't got that, you go get more of that. That's what you're manifesting. That's what you feel strongly about. That's what you're attracted. That's what Gary busted down. Brown, what up though? Mr. West is in the building. Loving me, Miss Tracy, appreciate you. But that's what you attracted. You have to care about how you feel. And the reason for that is because the way you feel might not be beneficial to you and beneficial to what you're trying to create, what you trying to manifest. The way you feel will dictate all that, what you create in life. Don't believe me? Observe your own life. Think about the times where you was feeling good about something, what transpired. And then think about the times you was feeling bad about something and what transpired. I ain't telling you nothing you got to look up in the book. I'm telling you stuff you can see for yourself in your own personal life. A lot of this information I became aware because I read books, but it was through me observing me, not even everybody else. I do that too, but it's me observing me reflecting on me is what teaches me the most because I can answer questions that other people may or may not. At the end of the day, when you ask somebody something, just understand this. They can tell you the truth or they can tell you a lie. That's just what it is. Only person that truly knows is them until you debunk it or you confirm it. Kicking it with the Rooks. What up, though, sis? Appreciate you. Hey, what up, Nine? Tay East in the building. Tay East, what up, sis? But that's the whole thing. And like I said, just look at all these ancient practices. Look at all these occult sciences. They always tell you to think. Why? Because they're controlling your emotions. They can get you to think, or they can get you to think what they want you to, and then that gives you the belief of what they saying is true. This is how you get all those these cult leaders. Is they really pulling on their heartstrings. They find people who are open to being manipulated emotionally. They give them something. They say things. They conceive things in their mind. This is good for me. This makes me feel good. Now they got them. Now once they get them isolated, they can do whatever the hell they want to do. Because you know what? They gonna make them feel good, then they gonna make them feel bad. They gonna make them feel good, then they gonna make them feel bad. Ain't none of this got to do nothing with thinking. It's all emotion. That's how people control people is emotion. Why you think? The 1% can control the majority. It ain't because they controlling the way you think, they controlling the way you feel. If you feel inferior, guess what? You go be inferior. That's just what it is. This is mind control is really emotional control. I'm telling you, they keep you away from your emotions. There's no conversation about emotions. Emotions are like an anomaly, like things that spontaneously happen. But that's not true. You can create emotions. You have memory of things that felt good. You can draw on that memory and feel good. You can create your emotional state. This is what I'm telling you. But if you too busy thinking, you ain't busy creating. And who are you thinking for? Who are you feeling for? You watch the news, you see a story, now you feel bad, right? You feel bad. Now, after that, you turn the TV off, you go out to your light, and then you start seeing other shit. And guess what? You're already in that mode of feeling bad. So what are you gonna do? That's how you go perceive the world. You go see all the negative shit. Very few people reset. Very few people are aware of how they feel. This don't feel good. Let me do something to change this mood. Very few people do that consciously. Some people do it subconsciously, but very few people. And that's how we've been indoctrinated and programmed. And see, this is the thing. To reprogram, you have to unplug, right? You can't reprogram. You can't just wake up and think you will reprogram everything because this whole indoctrination, this whole system, they got firewalls and they got antiviruses. So whatever you try to do, reality, life is gonna throw some shit at you and it's gonna reset you and you gonna go back to your old habit. This is why you have to unplug. Once you unplug, you can reprogram the whole system and make the system work for you. You have to let go. If you know these ancient preachings and philosophies, they always tell you to be void, to let the material world go. Why do they tell you that? Because once you let it go, it can't influence you. If it's not influencing you, now you in control. Now you are the creator, the author, the designer, the DJ of your reality. You do all that. You play the beats, you draw the pictures, you create the scene, you create the landscape, you determine what happens. If you doing that for you, guess what? You can't do it for other people. You can't do it for the 1% control when you're making you go to work every day and come home tired, can't spend time with your family, and then you got to go to sleep just to wake up and do it again. Then by the time the weekend comes, you so damn tired. One day you rested. Okay, I just worked them 5 hard days. Let me rest. And then the next day you getting ready to go back and do the shit again. So this is how they keep you in that cycle of not focusing on you. You can manifest for them, and that's what occurs. They can keep the focus off of you. They can keep you working for them. That's how that works. So even understanding that, right? This is why it's important to care about how you feel because your feelings are your internal system. That's your internal GPS. It's telling you what's good for you and what's bad for you. You just got to understand the language. Imagine having a GPS speaking in Spanish and you don't speak Spanish. Are you gonna know which way to go? No, you have to get in tune with those emotions. Really understand where is this coming from. Why do I feel like this? Be aware, be in the moment. When you feel something, before you do anything or say anything, ask yourself a question. Why do I feel like this? Where is this coming from? Then the two main questions you need to ask. Anytime you feel an emotion, if it's good or bad, when you feel a heightened level of an emotion, stop right there. Put yourself in the moment. Be aware. This is control. This is how you gain self mastery. What self mastery is you determining you and not allowing other things outside of you, no matter what it is, not allowing it to dictate or determine who you are. It don't compromise who you are. That's self mastery. And you can reach that. Riaz, what up, little bro? Appreciate you. Appreciate you. your conscious. I will argue your emotions. But this is what I'm saying. This is the whole point I'm making with this show, right? We understand and we learn from association, from what we know. So anything that anyone says or anyone writes, we're going to associate it with what we know, and that's how we begin to understand this, right? That's just how learning works. So even like when you say the conscious being the first preacher, I would argue the heart is. Our emotion, our soul is the first preacher. That feeling of right and wrong. That's a feeling. That's not even a thought. That's a feeling. When something feels good and you're doing it. When something feels bad when you're doing it. They say the conscious teaches you wrong from right. I think that's a rational thought. I think you feel it first. I know I feel it first. I don't know. Maybe I'm just different. I can be weird. I can only talk about like I guess my experiences, right? So I can be wrong, but I feel things first. Maybe that's a gift. Maybe I'm weird. Maybe I don't know what it is. Is I know it's easy. It could be a gift. It's just easier for me to feel a thought, to feel and create a thought. East Dad, what up, Joe? How are you? Tamika, what up, Joe? Sis, appreciate you. Appreciate you. Frugal Mama, what up? Wagner Group, appreciate you. Appreciate you. My bad, I'm just going through the chat. But yeah, the subconscious and conscious of the mind is also an interesting study in itself. Yeah, and I was basically talking about that. I mean, we can get more in depth, but I mean, I tried to break it down as simple as possible. You know, our subconscious mind, but we have that's even a trinity because you have a subconscious mind and you have a unseen mind. Like, because they say your subconscious mind runs like your lungs and make your heart beat. It does everything involuntarily, right? Um, I think that the lower, the unseen mind. I think that's the unseen mind around that. I believe the subconscious mind is the store of memories. They even say that, all your memories stored in your subconscious mind. That's why you can recall things that you wasn't conscious of in the moment. Because your mind records everything, even if you ain't aware of it right then and there. But your mind records everything. You might be somewhere and not notice a smell, but when you recall it, your mind will associate that smell because that's what it recorded. That's what it recorded. So I just wanted you to know and pay attention to how they elude emotions. They try to keep you away from, and that way they can control the way you think, by the way you feel. They can add something that's missing. Right? That's the easiest way to manipulate someone. Is give them something they don't have. Someone might need a father figure in their life, and somebody come in there and playing that father figure, not for good intent, because they know they seen it. They seen it. This is what this person is yearning for. You will be emotionally blind, and when you're emotionally blind, you're not rationally thinking. You're not seeing the signs. Everything was clear, but it's not clear until that emotion, and usually that only occurs when something detrimental happens and you feel like this person playing. And then you start thinking about all the signs, like, oh shit, I should have seen it. Why didn't I see it? No one ever talks about that. Why didn't you see it? Because of your damn emotions. So being aware of that, you can be in the moment. That's why I say care about how you feel, because you'll have feelings that you start fighting. This is the way of the nine. This is the book of the word. This is the art of completion. These two supposed to work with one another. At times they will work against one another. We will feel something and think something else. You will see everything in front of you, all the signs, but you love this person. You want the best for this person. So that's all you're seeing. So you ignore it when everything was right there. And why is that? They got you to believe in them. No matter what you see, you still believe that this person is a good person. No matter what they do, you still believe this person is a good person. A person gets you to believe. Belief is powerful, man. You will ignore everything, even yourself, because of a belief. Belief is very powerful. Oh, no problem, brother. I appreciate that. I appreciate that, bro. I appreciate that, Keith. I appreciate that, Gary. Y'all, hey, man, make sure you check both of these brothers out because they both fire. You know, I appreciate Mr. Gary Busted Down Brown. Content is dope. His perspective is unique and is amazing. Definitely go check him out. And Brother Keith, he be over here spitting soft. When he get ready, he go spark up his page. So definitely check both of them out. Yes, the real intelligent brothers that provide information and help people, and some sisters. You know, we all unique in our own different way, and that's the special thing. You know, that's the special thing. But yeah, care about how you feel, right? Care about that. Because the more you control that, the less other people can control it. You know, you will begin to control your thoughts. If you controlling it, can't nobody else control it. You will begin to control your emotions. If you control it, nobody else control it. And by doing that, you control your actions. Because if somebody controlling either one, they gonna dictate what you do, or how you respond, or how you react. You can definitely control people from the mind. But if you can control a person from their emotions, that's a whole different ball game. But the way to the heart is through the mind. If you can condition a person's mind, you can stole their soul, stole their heart, and stole their heart. But that's all I wanted to come. That was just something short. We'll be back on tonight. I appreciate everybody coming through. Shout out to the nine. Shout out to all the people in the chat. Hey, y'all know what I always say. Care about how you feel. These are the conversations that build nations. And if I say anything to resonate with you, do me a favor, hit that share button, tell somebody, help me spread the word. But until later on today, people, I'm out.
You could try to play, but you're never gonna beat me. Look the other way, what I'm doing ain't easy. Bloody hands stained from the people who deceive me. Muddy hands break through the chains, go free me. Looking for change, looking for pain, pulling a mob, pushing a train. I'll never stop, stick to a lane, pick up the pieces and go rearrange. I'll be the best above all the rest, put me to the test and expect nothing less, your check as I'm chess, what's happening next, yeah. He got the venom, a tangible weapon, no coming in second. This life is a lesson, he got a new engine from pain, it's a blessing. New focus, no guessing, just bold and obsession. All in his possession, you got their attention. I'll leave an impression and take a redemption. Just kill no discretion, your mind is a weapon. 11-11, it's time for progression, You could try to play, but you're never gonna beat me. Look the other way, what I'm doing ain't easy. Bloody hands stained from the people who deceive me. Muddy hands break through the chains, go free me. People like sheep move feet, hurt it easy. You don't wanna be fast asleep on this evening. Better stand tall, ready for a fight, believe me. When they drag the chains, you can say no, free me.